trust is that can I depend on her? Can I be confident with her? Can I be content with her when we're not together in relationship, not in relationship, but in presence. That is right. Okay, she has to go on a trip, she had a business meeting, or something like that. Can I just relax? Can I say, I'm good? You know what I mean? I'm watching TV or something like that. She's on a meeting, she's out of town. I'm good, right? And like, am I going to be worried, upset? Okay, do I have to have her to call me every day, every night, every 20 minutes to find out is everything all right? Give me FaceTime calls, all this stuff. Or can I just say, hey, hey Mike, where's your lady? Where's your wife? Oh, she's out of town. She's in a meeting. All right, good. Well, can I say, hey, I'm good? You know, can I just go to bed? Because I know she's going to be gone for 2, 3 days and she's in the meeting and everything. So every once in a while, I might say, hey, call her up on her phone, cell phone maybe. How's the meeting going? Oh, it's good. I'm at dinner right now. I'm lunch. But all right, look here. I just called to check on you, see if you're everything all right. You need anything? She said, no, I'm good. Everything. What do you do? You all right over there? You lonesome by yourself? Yeah, you really need somebody to cuddle up with? I said, no, girl, I gotta wait for you. Cause when I get to you, you know you're gonna get in trouble. Wow. Okay. So, then you hang up. But see, the one point of it is that today, many men cannot say that. Many men will not say that because today, too much stuff is happening. Too much stuff is going on in the trouble area thing there, right? And she's out there, maybe she's doing something she ain't got no business. Maybe she's got 2 feet up in the ceiling, moaning and groaning and humping and groaning. But guess what? The man should be content anyway. Because see, the one thing about it is that even before the foundation, even before the commitment, even before when we was in that place, going, I said, going together and everything, before we start to settling down for the relationship and all that stuff, what I mean? We have that conversation. We talk about all these things. How would you feel if you have to go away? Can you be trusted? Say, okay, I love to trust because trust is important. But in those vows, do you believe in the vows that you made? I believe in the vows I made. And those vows are really personal, and they're also, the vows really are in a place where it's more spiritual than you think they are, right? Vows are almost like the covenant. Hey, you do not mess with the covenant. All right? It's like you putting your life on the line. And once you know these things, once you understand these things, then more or less you can say, okay, what happened? So then I'm not going to get crying upset when you break the vows. You broke your own vow. This vow is a promise, that is. I promise to obey. I promise to do this. I promise in good time, bad time, I'll be with you, this and that and the other. Okay, all good, all good. Do you remember what you just said? And then you bring it up and you talk about these things. You discuss these things. You discuss these issues. Have you been hurt before? And that will that hurt something triggers you into bringing back up a situation. Uh, can I have you had some kind of medical issues or something that if somebody bring up a situation, say for instance, somebody hurt you so bad that if you see something that reminds you of a past experience that is so traumatizing, and you ask these type of questions. You ask them questions. So that means that the husband or the wife, whatever now is talking about both sides, okay, will say, I have been hurt that way. So a man would be in a good place to say not to bring this thing up to the wife because she's been traumatized. And then she would not bring something up to the man, but he'd been traumatized. But that's why we have togetherness in this thing. That's why it's called one flesh together. But then there are private things, there are secret things that we say, okay, there's no secret in God, but that can be secret to each other. There's some things that can happen that if with either one of you, that is so hard, so deep that, well, while we're married, it's not going to come up again because it's down. It's that way, it's over yonder way, it is down. but it can never be brought back up. You can take it to the grave. And that's respectable. Respectable. But let it be known that there are a few things that I could take to the grave. Well, you care to talk about it? No, not at this time, because it would not interfere. It would not have a result on the marriage and how I love you, because I care for you. And these are the things that should be brought back and forth in the conversation while you're on that dating scene. See, way back then, you talk about these kind of things. So therefore, if she happened to go out of town, this and that and the other, you're talking about, oh, well, you violated my trust, and I could never trust you again. That's why I can't take back a cheating wife. Dude, remember, she made a vow, you made a vow under a covenant, under a covenant with a life challenge on it, a penalty of death on that covenant. If she breaks that covenant, it's on her behind, not yours. So you say I can never trust her back again. She might be the best thing ever if she get busted or whatever, because you reminded her of the covenant. But if you talk with her and then you lead and guide her, if you're the leader, if you that type of person that says that, okay, she's my wife, I love her, but it's her body. And this is how a man should always look at another person. Trust in God only. Trust in the position of the scripture, the vows only. Only. Trust in that promise only. I don't trust you for nothing. But do I have the confidence? Do I have the say that, okay, the loyalty from you, that I can say that, okay, if I get stuck on the road, if I get stuck, an emergency ring, can I depend on you? That is the only trust that's what we do. That's the only trust. That's not even a trust there, because I'm not going to put my life on the line behind another person. I'm sorry. Because who knows what went down, so that person might go off the deep end, might go off some kind of a situation, challenge. So it's her body. Okay, not to say that, okay, well, what you do is your business. It is her business, really, her and God's business. So therefore, you don't treat her like, well, it's mine because we married now, and da 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 da. See, that's why we misunderstood the value and the meaning of trust. That is, the understood trust in that relationship. Because the only thing that we do is talk about, oh, well, she gave it up, and I can never trust her again. I can never look at her again. Why not? Why not? If she's for real in her repentance towards God and you. But now some people, you can see a mile away. They just want to come back because there's a shelter, there's food in the house, and all you want to do is get on that bed and boom, boom, boom. All right, look here. It's how you understand and how you lead and how you guide and how you really appreciate things and have that confidence in who you are and what you're about. There's always a situation where you can put things in the proper perspective. That's why we have confidence. That's why we have humility. Humbleness, that is so important. Wisdom is very important. And understanding is triple very important. Get that understanding one way right away. I let her know up front, look, I don't trust women. I don't trust you and nobody else. The only place I trust is God the Almighty, and He's not human. He's spiritual, and I trust Him because His word says so, and I know that He's able to perform every promise that He made. I believe that. This is what my faith is. That's my confidence in Him. I don't know what another human being will do or can do. So therefore, I'm going to tell her straight up, look, I hope that everything's going to be all right. I know that, I'm doing the best I can. And if something that I'm falling short of, please, by all means, tell me. This is one of the reasons why women, especially women that are married, don't tell their husband things that ran into the situation. And it was so hot and heavy on her, she almost could not resist. In fact, sometimes they don't resist, they can't resist because it just happened, boom, 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 just like that. Because that electricity, that connection, boom, you don't know what goes on in a person's mind and their body and their soul. So therefore, it's just like, okay, she got pregnant, right? Now, she had 2 abortions. You don't know anything about it. She didn't tell you anything about it. 5 years down the road, she gets pregnant. He said, well, you got to have an abortion. And then she said, I can't have an abortion. Oh, why can't you have an abortion? I ain't ready for no child. Ah, da, 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 da. No, if you'd have asked her up front, way down the road, then there's anything that you tell. She said, well, I had an abortion and it sort of messed up my system and I may and may not be able to conceive again. So I said, well, you think you can because I still love you so much. You know what I mean? Even though we're not married. So if you have a child, it's good. If you don't, it's still good. But some people say, I just want to have a legacy. I just want to have a child. She said, well, I don't know, but we can work on it. Well, while you're in that dating stage, can we go, when she go to her checkup and stuff, can she get some tests done? Can she have this done? It's just she have insurance done. Will you help her to have understanding? And if it's so heavy that, well, that's the only way you're going to get married is she can have a baby, then that means that where your mind is, and it's not in that love and condition for her and with her. That is one of the reasons why you have to have that understanding, have that communication. That is why you have the faith that said that, can I depend on her? Can I depend on her? And that's still a form of trust. Yes, it is. That's why we said we are misunderstanding the principle and the meaning of trust, misunderstanding the word of trust, and then we're putting trust in the wrong position, that is, okay? Oh, I could never trust her again because every time I see her, I'm going to think about that man. Well, hey, bro, she didn't tell you about them trains when she was in college, and she didn't tell you how many babies she went down her throat. But here you are now, all of a sudden, it's your mentality. Your mentality. Well, don't take her back because I don't know what this is some of the things that we hear on the internet nowadays. You know what I mean? Don't take her back because even she talk about Jesus. Look here, if God forgive you, no matter what you've done, except for blasphemy, cursing the Holy Spirit, and He forgive you, and He goes about your business, He can restore you. And then if you have that faith in Him, just like the husband have, both of you have the faith together. You didn't make a mistake. You made a bad choice. Thing happened. Circumstances come about and pressured you into a bad decision, and you made it. Hey, it's done. It's done. Yesterday is yesterday, people. But now, make up in your mind that, look, I hope that she's all right. And if she happened to give it up on a trip, hey, baby, I know it was a little bit, I probably would have been heavy. You can run it down to her in such a way that you're not really accusing her, but you may have a little suspicion that, hey, anything go down that I need to talk about? Put it like that in such a way where she said no. Okay, if she lying, it's gonna come out in the world in the wash anyway one day. Come on, people. And if it doesn't come out in the wash, it's something that's happened. But in the meantime, see, with me, if she go away on a trip like that, and I know that I done already been, a little bit that way, what I do is say, look here, have you been to the doctor lately? I just got him off for a trip 2 days ago. Have you been to the doctor lately? What you mean, for what? Well, I don't know what went down on your trip. You know what I mean? I asked you, have you been to the doctor? You said no, because I know that you've been a little friendly with a couple of people on your job. I said a couple of people. I know it's been one person that's been trying to hit on it. I know that's one person because, see, in the job, if my woman on the job, I know who she really works with. And if she's on like one of them work job things, see, I know the signs. Women do not hide those signs like that. They can be so sneaky, so tricky, so skillful at doing things right up under your nose. But two things that happen. She cannot hide that situation, emotion for too long. That's why a man should observe in everything where you talk about these things. When things start to get a little bit out of hand, out of handle it, he don't just come home and go to sleep. He come home, he resting, but he watching. A hawk, eagle does not, you know what I mean? Come on, y'all. But see, too many times we don't be for real. Too many times we take for granted. Too many times it's not really accusing somebody, but you observing everything. Observing everything. How can an eagle see a fish in the water 2 miles away if he's not being observant? Come on. It's not that, oh, well, she's going to cheat on me. So I see that she's changing her perfume now. I see that but I'll ask her, say, everything all right? I see that you changed the perfume. I see that you're taking longer to do your hair. I see that you changed your clothes even. In fact, and every once in a while you wash clothes. Oh, yeah, you wash clothes every once in a while. I see that you change your unders, a little bit there. So what's going on? And then that's the fact on the job. Now, if you're really suspicious, this is something sneaky too, right? I know some of the people that work with you. I be friends with some of your friends. That's all it's do. Not the type of friend that okay, spying on, but hey, you work with Susan May or whatever your wife's name is, boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, and then well, we're going out on a work trip. Oh okay, so I happen to call. I always call Rachel. Oh Rachel, why are you home? Aren't you on, how come you're not on the trip? What trip? Oh okay, no, I just thought maybe going on the trip because uh, Susan had said something about going on a trip one day, so I don't know what's going on. Now I already know that she already told me that she on a trip. She going on a trip today. Wow. But now the other girl don't know nothing about the trip, but I just make it like okay now. So I know now that she's lying. Now when you lie, that brings up the height of suspicion, right? Now I'm gonna give you maybe another day or two. Another day or two. Start to changing, you start to smelling better, dressing a little bit better, and then I'll caught you in a lie. I gotta work tonight. Okay, gotta work tonight. I'll call your job. Well, your job have to have a phone number. I don't care where you we always do keep call cell phone number. Well, the switchboard is if you're working on anybody's job that is worth 2 cents, they have a phone, real phone. Call that phone number. Sorry, no one is at the car. Da, 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 da. Then why is it that nobody answering the phone? I might just ride by there one day and no lights on in the office building. The whole office building black period, and I don't see your car. So you still lying. So now, 3 days in, now it's time to have a conversation. Look here, what's going on? You know, before we had this conversation about if anything is happening, that you can talk with me. If anything wrong, we can discuss these things. Well, ain't nothing wrong with it. I tell you what, look here. I noticed that you have changed your situation, this and another, and I'm not the type of person that sit around and listen to no lie because already I have already caught you into about 3 different lies in 3 different days. So therefore, I think maybe you should go to a hotel or something, and either go into the best guest room, go into the guest room or something, because I don't think this is going to work. What you mean it's not going to work? Now you are so immature. You are so this. You're so that. Look, I'm not here to play games. I love you. I care for you, but I'm not taking the BS for anybody, not even for you. Okay? I love you. I care for you, and I'm here for you and with you. Now, if you want to play games, then you play games all by yourself because the first thing I already done was talk to a lawyer. What? Yes, I already talked to a lawyer. And first thing to see, but I never would get married to anybody if my finances are not straightened out together. If I don't own the house or we buying the house together, then we're gonna set up a special account for that house. Now, if you happen to sell the house, whatever's in there, we split. That's community property. My salary or whatever is going to be separate. We'll put into a certain account called the house account. After that, what she does is her business with her money. See, too many guys talking about, well, your money is my money is your money. Get out of here. My money is my money. But we're here together and we're building together. But we can't build together. So if we don't trust me, no, I don't trust you. I don't trust you and nobody else. That's why we have different accounts set up for certain things. My investment account is my investment account. I invest. Now, if we invest together, that's a house account with investment involved. That's a separate account if you want to put it as a separate account. Then, if anything happens, we can split it 50-50. Boom. But what I have over yonder, where it's way out of nobody's business, is none of your business. And I'm putting up the type of security, putting up the type of program to say that, if anything go wrong, well, you got to pay an alimony. Well, look here. I already got some information that you ain't going to worry about no alimony because you ain't going to handle this. Because, see, I'm not the type of person that'll wait to go to the court, wait for this and wait for that. I already got some information already that, you know what I mean? Probably have a private detective and take some pictures, and your friends and your social media will understand and know exactly what you're doing. That's it. So if you can handle that, that's on you. I don't care what your family be saying, this, that. But see, you let these things up front. Handle your business up front. Face those charges up front. Face the storms up front. And then you can handle the situation up front. But then you get down to that trust business. I trust you as far as I can throw you, but I love you. I love you. See, we sit down, we get mad with each other, we fuss with each other, we fight with each other, and then we sit down and eat food. I ain't eating your food. Because now, if I don't trust you, I ain't going to be with you or bother with you. That type of trust. But see, I trust you. If you messing around, you tell me, look here, things happen. It happened. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm sorry. I apologize. But if you out there left feeling, streeting, then we can't be together anyway. So I'm not going to be crying and begging and boom, 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 boo-hooing about what you're doing. We have to part the situation here and now. And hey, if it costs me the house, it gone because we already got it set up where you got the 50%, you got an account, 50%, credit card, you got your own card, ATM, you ain't using my ATM, but if I give you the ATM number, it's only for that time. And you know what I mean? So therefore, that's what trust is all about. That's what the deal trust is about. If I give you so much money to pay the mortgage with, and you've been paying the mortgage every month, good. But if I give you the money and you slacking on the mortgage, and then the bank tells me that you're 3 months behind, that they might foreclose, you got to go anyway. See, y'all ain't got nothing to do with it. This is principle. This is business. Why does men get so strung out, so messed up, and so out of shape that they will give up their life? Because that's not love, people. That's not love. That is fantasy. That is something else way out in left field. Obsession, that is. Just because she riding riding on a Rolls Royce on that best thing you ever had, get over it. It can be done. It can be handled. And this is why we said trust is misunderstood. Can I depend on you? Are you a dependable person? Can I be confident? Can I be with you or without you in a place where I know that it's going to be all right? What you do with your body is your business, period. Because you have to stand before the seat of judgment with the Almighty when you close your eyes. And I'm not going to go with you. That's all it is to it. And we have to understand that during the dating time or in the dating season, so that we'll know that what we're doing is love together in that one flesh. Because when you're in one flesh, what you do has a bearing on me. What I do has a bearing on you. That's why it's called that one flesh. So that means when the things start to go in left field, or if it go left field, then it has to be dealt with right away. That's why we have counseling. That's why we have prayer. That's why we have talk and understanding during the course of the marriage, during the course of the relationship. Anything that's out of place should be dealt with quick, fast, and in a hurry. Well, she gonna call you insecure, call me insecure, and anything else. But as long as things are right, as long as things are right, we can work it out. If she said that she met somebody and her nose got open and she wants to work on not going out or not being that different that situation, I will be there with you and for you. But if she said things are happening, whereas the stuff got so good to her that she getting ready to leave a newborn baby like some people do, some women does, they do these things. They will leave their home, a baby, and house, and anything else, and go over with JoJo. Why is she going over with JoJo? Because Ricky is working 3 jobs. He'll pay her no attention. She doesn't feel alive with Ricky. Ricky's not giving her any emotional satisfaction or connection. Ricky is like making her feel empty on the inside because Ricky does not talk to her. He doesn't discuss anything to her like they used to. Or even if he says something, it's so like stripped wise, nothing coming from his heart. Or either if it's coming from his heart, it's more or less like a begging thing. Oh, baby, come on, this, baby. Or either smothering her, pushing her to a limit where she can now not be aware for her. Okay? So, anyway, wonderful people, these are what happen in life when you go through these unnecessary changes. Think about it. Think about it. Please do that. It's going to be all right. Okay? So, with that in mind, I just want to let you know that sometimes we see the red flags, we overlook the red flags, we, how you say, deny the red flags, and sometimes we just say we see them and don't see them because it's so, we think that the red flags are green. We see it in a different perspective, but they're still red flags and they're still dangerous because all red flags, they say, well, you can handle a red flag. Don't try to handle it until you really think through it, think about it, and think through it. Think through it, please. And this is why we're going to come talking to you each and every, not say every day, but try must every day. But see, go to my website, leave me a note, leave me a message, something like that, or however. Yeah, give me a note. Either check me out on YouTube, People in Love. People, the letter N, LOVE, right? Peopleinlove.com on YouTube. All right? People in Love, that's my handle. All right? Now, on my website, peopleinluv.net. .net. Leave a note, something like that. If you can't leave a note, get in touch with me on Instagram, Excel in Love, okay? Or either People in Love, Excel in Love, that's one of them, right? How about right here, TikTok? Okay, you on TikTok? Hit me up on TikTok, for real, for real. All right, now, Threads, we there. Facebook, find me on Facebook. All right, Michael Jones, West Hill School, and just hit me up. Talk to me. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. Because we have been messing over words, messing over situations for so long, just like love. People have lost their life behind love, but not knowing what love really was, not knowing what love is, because now they don't know themselves, they don't know love, they don't know about love, and then they lose their life or somebody else's life behind that word love. Then another thing too, we're not really following the scripture like that, or following a value in life like we're supposed to or should be. We're handling the truth is still for a lie. A lie is a lie, the truth is true. But we try to mix them. You can't not mix them. You cannot mix them. Oil and water don't mix. And this is what's happening. Think about it. And that's why we do put that trust in the right perspective. All right? So be straight up, be for real. And then, like I say, we have 19 toxic behaviors that we look at, talk about every day, just about sometime, most of the time. If one of these toxic behaviors will pop up in our life, or either we'll do it or not do it, or either we'll slip on it one day, try to hold fast the next day. But these toxic behaviors should be handled each and every day they come up. Handle them then and there. And then things will be much better. So we can have a better life. We can have a better relationship. We can have a better friendship. We can have a better husband, better wife, and a better understanding. And then learn how to be a good person, a good her person, the value of being a better person. That is. Okay? Think about it. Think about it. All right, guys. Be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. Take care. And with that in mind, hit me up, please. Send me a note, especially on TikTok, especially on Threads, especially on Instagram. All right, catch me. People in love, people in love, people in love. You'll find it. People in love, MD, people in love, something, I don't know. People in love, Joan. I don't know how they be coming up with these names anyway, but we got it. All right, hit me up here. All right, peace, grace, and love. Bye now. Hmm. Oh, wow. All right, let's end this thing. Let's end it right here now. All right.